Oh.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and the Governor's March 15th, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Town of Harwich Voter Information Committee is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to or view this meeting can do so by looking at the agendas link. Despite our best efforts, if we are not able to provide for real-time access, we will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as we are able. So I'm going to call the meeting to order now by roll call. Pam?
Here.
Peggy?
Here.
Emily?
Here.
And Chris here. We're all present. Any public comment? Move on to new business. I'd like to have a motion to approve the February 24 minutes.
Move to accept.
Did I hear
that?
I heard a move to accept from Pam, and I second.
Okay, and by roll call, except for Peggy, because she wasn't here. All in favor? Pam?
Yes.
Emily?
Yes.
And Chris is a yes. The minutes are approved. So we'll move now to old business, and I'll just update you on item 1. We're all current with our training and our certificates that turned into the town clerk. And now it's your turn, Emily, the wonderful program. If you'll give us a wonderful update.
Absolutely, thank you. So I have recorded 15 episodes of the podcast. It's about 7 hours, approximately 7 hours of content. As of today, 13 of the episodes have been published and are live both on the library's website on the BFL podcast page. There's also a link on our Voter Information Committee page, and listeners can find the podcast on any podcast platform, Google, Spotify, Apple, all of the major podcast platforms. Tomorrow, the final 2 episodes published. Those are Channel 18 with Jamie Goodwin and the Community Center with Bill and Carrie. And
wait, can I, Peggy, can you stop whatever it is going? He can't hear you.
Hold on, I gotta move the cat.
Okay. Now we know. Now we know.
We need a cat here at the library. So as of tomorrow, the final 2 episodes will be published. I think I said already, Channel 18 and Community Center will be the final 2. We had approximately 75% participation. So there were 6 or 7 departments that did not respond to any of the 3 calls for action that I sent out. I've been putting out, actually, Jamie Thornton, our wonderful staff librarian who replaced Emily Carta, has been publishing PR for me on social media. And Chris, thank you so much for sharing that to the various groups as well. It's been in our newsletter here at the library, and I'll be going to the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Monday, April the 5th. I emailed Danielle today and asked to be added to the agenda under weekly updates. So I'll be giving an update for both the program and a new resource that we have here at the library. So I'll do that on Monday. But so far, it's been getting a lot of listens. So there was a learning curve, and editing audio is a lot harder than I initially realized, but I've gotten better at it, and I enjoyed it. I certainly learned a lot as I was doing the interviews, and I hope that the community learns a lot as well.
It was beautifully done, Emily.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that. Really, really. Looked and sounded very professional.
Thank you.
I have watched two, so I'm far behind, but I just love the intros. And I loved hearing about people's background and experience.
Yeah.
That was a good question to ask, I think. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I learned a lot about everyone's, the various degrees that people have that you wouldn't always know. Carol Coppola has a master's in special education, which I was fascinated by. Just the talent that we have in town. It was really interesting. I would propose that in the fall, we do a follow-up series with the chairs of the various boards and committees.
mm-hmm. That would be welcome by the chairs too.
Yeah, and I really would like to see something from our committee, the Voter Information Committee, on what we do and the need for new members.
Yeah.
I think that this is the perfect place to insert that.
Maybe I could do a wrap up. Maybe I could do a wrap up episode and list all of the various vacancies for committees. Just
That's a great idea.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the next is financial state. Now we have a new date for that, the 8th of April. Pam's going to moderate, and RSVPs for you from Carol Coppola. Oh, will I ever get that right? John Shore. Which is it?
Coppola.
John Shore.
Coppola, Joe Powers, and Larry. Scott Carpenter RSVP for our first date, but I haven't heard back from him about this one. And then we knew Bob Sanborn wasn't going to be able to participate. And in your name, Pam, I asked if he, could submit something. I haven't heard back from him either. So.
Okay. And what did you say? John Torrey is okay for the 8th?
He is. Yeah.
He is. Okay. I missed that. Every once in a while, you cut out or somebody cuts out.
So 4 for sure. And then next, Peggy, the next one is yours. The warrant review. Yeah. So I looked through the last selectmen's meeting, had most of the articles listed, but the numbers are changing, it seems, daily.
Yeah.
That's just matter of course, but, we do know that water's big, Department of Public Works, fire, radios and the pump ladder, Channel 18 has a couple, and then Bell's Neck, sale of that property. What else do I have? Anyway, we'll have to kind of communicate by email about, I think, the best, how best to approach it and who to let know pretty soon that it's on the 20th. Any comments, Peg?
On the wait a minute, on the 20th of what, May?
April.
Oh, April. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said town meeting. You threw me.
No. Have you taken a look at it at all, Peg?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much know what's going to be on. Just waiting for the official sign off, which I assume they will do at this coming Monday's meeting. They'll sign the warrant.
Yeah, it almost sounded like they did that on Thursday, but wait a minute. I'm mixed up about the 29th, whenever the 29th was, Monday. Yeah, but it was hard to listen to some of it. It just, the quality isn't always quite there. So we'll reconnoiter on that.
Chris, can I add something to that?
Please.
So for the first time in a very long time, there's a standard warrant article to appropriate funding to the Chase and Harwich Port libraries. It's kind of a placeholder article is my understanding, and it's on there every year. So in the past, we haven't necessarily checked in with anyone about that article. However, this year's a little bit different. In order for Brooks to meet our municipal appropriation requirement, that article does have to pass. If the town does not appropriate that funding to Chase and Harwich Port, we could be at risk for potentially losing our certification down the line because of balanced budget and the level funding. Mm-hmm. So I might suggest that Jenny Hewitt could be a potential guest as well to discuss the importance of that article. I think it would be helpful for the community to understand that funding for Chase and Harwich Port also impacts, although they are association libraries, they are public libraries, publicly funded, and their funding or lack thereof impacts certification for Brooks as well.
Yeah. And
do we need somebody from each of them to come, like Claire or Patty from Chase and Marianne from or even
Patty might be a good addition as well. I don't know with our current layout. I think Jenny could explain the municipal appropriation requirement because that impacts us directly while it doesn't impact them.
Can I just interrupt a minute? My understanding is those two articles are petitioner articles.
Correct.
We never invite petitioners. We only invite official.
No, but this is different this time around.
No, isn't it every year?
But it impacts a municipal budget.
Has always.
Brooks Library's budget.
It has always. It's the accreditation it affects, right? This isn't new.
Yeah.
No, it's not new.
No.
We've never been dependent on the passage of this article in order to maintain certification, but because of current funding and the level funding of the budget and a lack of growth, then this year it has a much heavier impact than it ever has in past years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not to.
I would suggest, Patty and Bob Green if needed.
I'm trying to think back on when we've had this discussion before about petitioner articles. And I think I would strongly recommend that Ginny speak to, and that we not invite the petitioners. Like we think.
I think you're right. Yeah, because Jenny can, yeah.
Think back on plastic bottles and on, I would strongly suggest that we not change our charge, really. Yeah, and our charge of, official, whatever the right term is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think Jenny could do a good job summarizing the impact that article has on the municipal department of the library.
Yeah, she can speak to the both. That's a great. What else? CPC, the numbers are changing, not the dollars, but the numbers of the articles. So I'm looking forward to, as Peggy said, the official warrant. We know what's up.
And we will need, when we get to the CPC articles, I will need to recuse myself because the Brooks Academy Museum Commission has a CPC article, as we all well know.
Right. Okay, Peg, good thought.
So who would speak to that?
You want me to?
Maybe
I'm fine with it.
or the chairperson of the CPC.
Oh, yeah, the CPC is the one that Peggy's saying recuse from moderating the CPC.
Oh, I see.
We don't invite all the departments who have the CPC articles. We just have the CPC chair is designate. Yeah. Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm. We got it.
So. Okay. I'll move on unless I'm to the candidates forum. So what I know so far is that the water commissioner, the 2-year term, is definitely a contested race. John Goff, I spoke to him briefly yesterday. He was on his way in. There's funny noises happening. He was on his way into Anita Doucette to go over his paperwork. Yesterday was the last day. I haven't heard Jesse Gallant whether he actually turned his paperwork in or not.
Everybody who, according to the article in the online edition of the Chronicle, everybody who took out papers has returned them.
Last Thursday? Oh, today?
Yeah.
Chronicle? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. So I did talk to Florence Selden. She knows that there was a possibility of 2 contested, and she's up for it. She's done a few already this season. We'll just compact each of them to an hour, I think, versus hour and a half. Isn't that what we've done in the past? And then, so anyway, I'll work on that. The other part of it is the candidates who are running uncontested. Everybody has been contacted. I haven't heard from a bunch of them. The only ones I've heard from: Joan McCarty, Noreen Donahue, Terry Russell, and Gary Carrera. We have some time for that, so I'm not so worried. That's my info. Good to know, Peggy, that the Gallant turned his. Anything on that subject?
No.
Okay, then the last item, old business, the guide to town meeting. I've heard nothing from administration or the town clerk's office, so let that go, I guess. And anything else?
Just to clarify, are we having town meeting outdoors like last year?
We are.
Did you say no?
I said yes.
Oh, yes, we are. Okay.
Yeah, we are. We have it down here. So,
May 8th and the rain date of the 15th.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So May 8th at Brooks Park?
No, at the high school.
I mean, no, at the high school. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
And what time is it going to be?
I forget. I
Is it
think
9
not-
a.m.?
I think whatever it was last.
I think it was
Last time.
9 a.m. Why
It was
would I-
9 a.m. last year. Yeah.
So we'll give
And,
Joe,
and what did you? I'm only hearing like every third word here, so I don't know what's going on. So the rain date is the 10th.
no, that's
15.
I can't hear you, Peg.
15.
15.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else
Okay.
good of the community here? Any other? Shall we adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right, thank you, Emily. Second,
Second.
I'll take a roll call. Peggy and her cat. Pam
Yes.
and Emily
Yes.
and Chris. That's unanimous. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
conference is no longer being recorded.
All right. Have a good